It's just like being on television, isn't it? This. It's very exciting. Yeah, so you have the warm up act. Hey, hello everybody. And welcome to Rosslyn Court, everybody. And tonight we have the fantastic Culverake who are lurking in the corner. You might notice I'm not Morag. Probably just a little bit too tall, as Matt just mentioned. I'm Jim Gaunt. I am a local Morris dancer and alcoholic, and I'm here today to talk about that. But yeah, Morag very kindly asked me if I could come along and cover for her while she's in Japan. So she's all the way over in Japan, and she did send me a text at about lunchtime today, I think to remind me that I was meant to be here tonight. And I said, oh, yeah, of course I'm going. And I said, how's Japan? She said, oh, I spent a very interesting day. And I thought, oh, that's exciting. And maybe it's museums, maybe it's folk dance or something like that. No, I've spent a very interesting day watching a crossroads. She did. She spent a whole day watching a zebra crossing, which is apparently the biggest zebra crossing in all of the world. And then she sent me a video of that zebra crossing, and you could just hear her giggling in the background. So she said she'd try and stay up till 3:30 this morning and join us on the live stream with anyone else who's in the live stream. Hello, internet. Hi. Anyway, that's enough about me and what brought me here. Everyone who's in the room here tonight has been entered into a raffle, and the first prize wins a fabulous Culverake CD, and this is the last night of their tour launching this CD. If you don't win, it's fine. With the power of money, you can buy your very own copy of that, just over there, for £12. If you don't get the first prize, you win the second prize, a bog roll. The traditional Who Gives a Crap toilet roll, which has been on offer ever since these wonderful nights started. Anyway, we're very lucky. We've got a floor spot from the spectacularly muscled Ollie, who's going to give us a couple of songs, and then we will have Culverake. Ollie, do you want to join us?
Thank you. I think I might need a bit of a slight adjustment here. You should have added "and very short." Thank you very much. Hi, everybody. I was last here drumming for Jo Hook when she was here a few months ago. I'm going to start with a cover, and it is a song called Grace, which lots and lots of people will have covered. For those of you who don't know briefly, it is set during, it's a real story, during the 1916 Irish uprising, and there was a lady called Grace. She was engaged to be married to Joseph Plunkett. He was arrested, taken to a place called Kilmainham Jail. He was going to be executed, and Grace managed to persuade, I think it was the captain of the prison, that they should be married just before he was executed. I thought I'd start with a cheery one. As we gathered in the chapel here in old Kilmainham Jail, I think about these past few weeks. Will they say we failed from our school days? They have taught us we must yearn for liberty. Yet all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger, for they'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love that I'll bear for these great men, and my love for this dear land. But when Porrick called me to his side down at the GPO, I had to leave my own sick bed. To him I had to go. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. Bring me out to dawn and I will die. With all my love I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. Now as the dawn is breaking, so my heart it is breaking too. On this May morn, as I walk out, my thoughts will be with you. And I'll write some words upon the wall, so everyone will know he loves so much that I could see his blood upon the Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger, for they'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all of my love I will place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. Thank you. Yeah, first few times I heard that, I must say I was a bit of a blithering wreck. It's quite touched me. I thought I'd better leave the slightly less sad one for second, so that at least, yeah, you're not just going, oh gee. And okay, so this one is a song that I wrote years ago when I first met my wife. I was in Spain and on holiday, not expecting to meet anybody, and I met the most incredible lady, and she's sitting over in the corner there. Her name's Ash. She's from Ireland. She's with a group of about 14 Irish nurses. There were 5 of us young fellas, but I just absolutely besotted. And so when I came back here, she went back to Ireland, I felt blue. And I kind of wrote a sort of cheesy blues song, but I couldn't play guitar, so my friend kind of played it, and we actually recorded it in a friend's garden once. Right, goes like this. I feel blue. My baby's in a green land, oh, I feel blue. My baby's in a green land, what am I to do? I'm ripping out my hair, I haven't got a clue how to while away the time. I'm the bluest of blue men, and I know that I'll stay blue till I see my girl again. In my heart, my eyes are red through weeping. There's a black cloud in my heart. Oh well, my eyes are red from crying. We had to be apart. The black cloud's opened up. The rain's gonna start. It'll wash away the joy. With a puddle of black pain, I know that I'll stay blue till I see my girl again. Golden sun, the hope that's shining through, from the land of emerald green to the sky dazzling blue. Oh, I see the radiant sun shine just the way you do. It's the golden lights in your hazel eyes, burns with love so true. I'm counting down the days, minutes, seconds we're apart. No more great days before us when our lives together start. My baby was in the green land and I was here not there. Down blue and lonely, I'm pulling out my hair. My life was in the green land, it all seemed so unfair. So much love to give each other, the love we could not share. But now my sweetheart is with me, just over there. I'm the luckiest of men. Our lives are so complete now. Won't lose that girl again. Na 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 no. Thank you.
just go a bit Johnny Rotten, shall I, and sort of hunch into it. That's a modern reference for most of the people in the room here. Okay, so we've now got the fantastic Culverake all the way from Wales last night for their last night of their album tour. Judging by the geography involved, they need a new touring manager. It's Culverake!
Hello, hello, hello. Oh, that was great. So, thank you so much. Are you all having a wonderful evening so far? Excellent. Well, hopefully it will continue to be wonderful. We're going to start with a lovely, loud and raucous song for you all to enjoy.
Now I've been a-rambling all of the night and the best part of this day. And now I'm returning here back again, and I brought you a garland gay. A bunch of may I bear to you, here at the door I stand. It's nothing but a sprout, but it's well budded out by the work of God's own hand. Why don't you do as we have done on the very first day of May, when from our parents we have come to run your woods so gay? Wake up, you pretty maid, to take the May bush in, for it will be gone and tomorrow morn, and you will have none within. The heavenly gates are open wide to let escape the dew. It makes no delay, it is here today, and it falls on me and you. Why don't you do as we have done on the very first day of May, when from our parents we have come to run your woods so gay? Today a man is alive, my dear, with many £100. Tomorrow morning he may be gone and his body be underground. And when you are dead and in your grave, covered in the clay so cold, the worms will eat your flesh, good man, and your bones turn to good mould. Why don't you do as we have done on the very first day of May, when from our parents we have come to run your woods so gay? For the life of a man is but a span, he's cut down like the grass. Here's a health unto the green leaf of the tree, for as long as life shall last. And now our song is almost done, we can no longer stay. God bless us all, both great and small, and we wish you a joyful May.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. It's lovely to be here.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure. And
These two have been here before, but it's my first time. So
how are you liking it so far?
I am, yeah, it's lovely.
Good.
I believe that was a May song. They're all the same, really. All the different May songs are more or less the same. That was that version of it, obviously. That was from the singing of Norma Waterson, with some extra bits from Martin Carthy thrown in for good measure, because I like longer folk songs. That's right.
Well, I'll sing you another one that's a bit of a fragment. This one, and it's a bit of a strange one that we just thought was, we didn't need to put any extra verses in, even though it would explain a lot of the plot if we did put extra verses in. But this is a bit of a weird one. It's called
Delightfully weird, though.
Yeah. It's called Three Old Jolly Sportsmen. Let's just get into it.
Oh, we're just going to bombard them
Yeah.
with the craziness. Okay, fine.
Well, we could tell you the plot, but it's not in the song, so it doesn't really matter.
Let's just do it.
Okay.
There were three old jolly sportsmen. They went out for to hunt one day. In hunting o'er the mountainside, where at it we sat down, till I spied this naked woman, and her head tied to the ground, saying, "Are you some highway robber man?" For this it is my reply: I am no highway robber, boys, but 'tis robbers, they robbed me. They stole from me my watch and my chain, likewise my £50, till they left me here all for to die, with my head tied to the ground. They were men from Ballymanessy, there were more from the Lord knows where. Some from the county Wexford, where the best of men was reared. How could you ask for a nicer sight, nor to look with your two blue eyes? Did you ever see my love dancing up on the Wicklow mountains high? It being early every morning, before the rising sun, when crystal ball for my downfall and told me for to stand. Ain't it grand to watch the grand green woods, where the silvery moon do shine? Thank you.
We told you it was weird.
Yeah, that's bears no relation to the song it's a version of, really. It's a ballad called The Three Butchers, and the first 2.5 verses of what we just sang is the first bit of the plot of the actual song, then the one we just sang veered off into God knows where. As we don't know either. So, anyway.
Sweet Thames.
Yeah. So as you'll hear a lot of this evening, we sing quite a lot of traditional music, some Irish, some English, and a lot of it is fairly traditional, and it's sort of been found and collected. But very occasionally we manage to just sneak in a little contemporary one. I mean, it's relatively contemporary. It's a Ewan MacColl song, so like, you know. But contemporary compared to the rest of it. And should you feel so inclined to join in, that would be absolutely lovely. There's a refrain. I'm sure it'll be one that many of you will know, but if you'd like to join in the refrain, it's just Sweet Thames Flow Softly. Lots and lots of times. You've got about 15 bajillion chances to enjoy getting the refrain right. But it's one of those songs that I've sort of heard around the house and had as part of my life for a long, long time and always wanted to sing. But it sort of makes no geographical sense. The walk they do where they sort of meet here and then they hold hands over here and then they kiss here and then they sort of get together there. And you think, OK, Ewan, why have you written it like that? But artistic licence need not get in the way of, you know, a tube map or anything. So, yeah, this is Sweet Thames Flow Softly. Please do join in. I met my girl at Woolwich Pier, beneath the big crane standing, and all the love I felt for her, it passed all understanding. Took her sailing on the river, flow, sweet river, flow. London town was mine to give her, sweet Thames flow softly, made the Thames into a crown, flow, sweet river, flow, made a brooch of silver town, sweet Thames flow softly. At London Yard I held her hand, at Black
Shadwell Point I faced her. At the Isle of Dogs I kissed her mouth and tenderly embraced her. Heard the bells of Greenwich ringing, flow, sweet river, flow. All the time my heart was singing, sweet Thames, flow softly. Limehouse Reach I gave her there, flow, sweet river, flow. As a ribbon for her hair, sweet Thames, flow softly.
From Shadwell Dock to Nine Elms Reach, we cheek to cheek were dancing. A necklace made of London Bridge, her beauty was enhancing. Kissed her once again at Wapping, flow, sweet river, flow. After that there was no stopping, sweet Thames, flow softly. Richmond Park it was a ring, flow, sweet river, flow. I'd have given her anything, sweet Thames, flow softly. From Rotherhithe to Putney Bridge, my love I was declaring, and she from Kew to Isleworth, her love for me was swearing. Love, it set my heart a-burning, flow, sweet river, flow. Never saw the tide was turning, sweet Thames, flow softly. Gave her Hampton Court to twist, flow, sweet river, flow. To a bracelet for her wrist, sweet Thames, flow softly. But now, alas, the tide has changed. My love, she has gone from me. And winter's frost has touched my heart and put a blight upon me. Creeping fog is on the river, flow, sweet river, flow. Sun and moon and stars gone with her, sweet Thames, flow softly. Swift the Thames runs to the sea, flow, sweet river, flow. Bearing ships and part of me, sweet Thames, flow softly. Thank you very much for
Thank you.
joining in. Thank you very much for joining in. There'll be plenty more chances for those in the audience tonight in person to join in.
We're going to do an Irish song now. I can say it's traditional song. Yeah, it probably is.
Probably.
Probably, but it is. You know, it's traditional. I firmly believe, as I've been told by people I look up to, that what makes a song folk is not the origins of the song, but what the folk do with the song that makes it folk. It doesn't matter where the songs come from; it's what happens to it that makes it folk. So, almost anything is traditional, really. If you know it, it's folk because you're the folk, and then you know it. But this is an Irish song. Put that down. This is an Irish song, probably written by a sort of local bard of the time, whatever time this may have been. Let's say early 1800s. Who knows? I got this from the band, an Irish band called Patrick Street, sung by the great Andy Irvine. And And we learned that with a bit of difficulty. It's quite long, quite wordy, and has got words in it like alacrity. We had to look that one up. And then we eventually managed to get hold of the recording of the traditional singer that Andy had learnt it from. And we found that a couple of verses were in the wrong place. And so we learnt it again. That was a bit of work. And this is it. It's called Sweet Lisbuy Moor. It's sort of boy meets girl wants nothing to do with him, but she'd like him to show her the way to where she's going to see the man she does like. And he says, yes, but would you like to be my true love at the same time? And she said, no, thank you. And then she runs away from him. The end. That's basically it. But Lisbuy Moor, one word, is the title of the song. But that, if you search for that on Google Maps, nothing comes up. I'm quite interested in place names in folk songs and whether they still exist as places or where they might have derived from, if the word has evolved or whatever. But Lisboy, one word, and then Moor, second word, does exist. It's a tiny little area just to the west of Cork. It's about 0.8 of a square mile in size, making it the 938th largest townland in County Cork. I'm sure you're glad you know that.
There'll be a test at the end.
The quiz later. And the singer who originally had this lived about 20 minutes drive, apparently, from that area. So it's going to be quite a local song for Elizabeth Cronin, who did, as a recording of it, sung it. So very expectant there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, and so this is it. It's called Sweet Lisbuy Moor.
One morning in the month of June, when Sol's bright beams the air illumed, my cattle from the yard I drove and then stretched at my ease. The skylark sang melodiously and a lovely lass appeared to me, down by the Turbaree in sweet Lisbuy Moor. When I saw this maid approaching me, my heart rose to a height of glee. I stood with great alacrity to accost this charming maid. Kind sir, she sang, I'm going astray. Won't you please now show me the way that leads to the weaver's house in sweet Lisbuy Moor? When I beheld this fair young maid, my heart began to palpitate, my eyes began to dazzle, and her figure I could not state. She was loaded with some balls of thread, the same she had upon her head, passing through the Turbaree in sweet Lisbuy Moor. Oh, come along, my pretty maid, don't be of me the least afraid. I'll lead you through this rugged place where you've never went before, and your guardian I will surely be until that young man's face we'll see here by the Turbaree in sweet Lisbuy Moor. There is no other human being in showing the way can surpass me. I know it from my infancy, so come along a store. But if you'll agree to stay with me, I'll always be your grammar cree, here by the Turbaree in sweet Lisbuy Moor. She soon replied, indeed I won't, you are a dirty scheming rogue. Please desist from flattery with a simple honest maid. But if you're inclined to show the way, come along, don't me delay, here by the Turbaree in sweet Lisbuy Moor. Oh, what she said I did excuse, her request I could not refuse. We walked along together, and she this to me did say, where lives that man they call D.D.? His residence I would like to see, down by the Turbaree in sweet Lisbuy Moor. The truth to you I will relate, I do not wish to see his face. The reason too I'll tell to you, 'tis early in the day, and if he should see us both alone, a song for us he might compose, here by the Turbaree in sweet Lisbuy Moor. to do his best. What can I say? Are we not honest, going the way? Besides, he has the decency never to dispraise. And another man were in my shoes, he'd spoil your thread, both warp and woof. Here by the Turbery in sweet Lisbuy. When this I said without delay, upon my word she ran away. In vain I followed after her through thick and steep terrain. No roebuck in the park so quick could leap each handicap and ditch as she did through the Turbery in sweet Lisbuy Moor. Alas, she was too quick for me, though I ran with great rapidity. I was tumbled by the dint of speed and topsy-turvy thrown. Ere again on ground my foot I lay, she was half a mile away at least from the Turbery in sweet Lisbuy Moor.
Thank you very much.
We're just going to interrupt this broadcast for a brief ad read, as the kids say. So just to remind all of you who are watching in internet land to please support this fantastic venue and this amazing project. So, don't know, donate maybe. A price of a pint down here in Margate in a craft beer shop that I go to. It's about £8.50 a pint. So that's it. We're not talking Weatherspoons pints here, please. But yeah, local music's in crisis. Support your local venues. Support your local bands. Don't think that subscribing to Spotify does anything other than give money to a man who spends it all on Donald Trump and AI weapons of war. Buy a CD. And buy a CD tonight, or where can people buy?
They can buy
online?
it on our Bandcamp. So everywhere, if you just search Culverake, we've chosen a name that does not come up with anything else if you Google it. But Bandcamp, we are just Culverake, and people can buy it today. Or if you do use streaming sites, it's not on Spotify, but it's on every other streaming site today, as of today.
There you go. After the gig, if you want to throw some money this way, it's www.roslyncourt/donate. And yeah, thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Well, since we've been talking about the album, we'll do all of these tracks are from the album, but there's one particular song. It's called "You Lads and Lasses," and the last three lyrics of this song form the title of our very first album, "Unto the Sky." And yeah, it's a very beautiful song that I'm sure either Matt or Seb will want to tell you about right now.
In great detail.
Matt knows more detail than I do, so go on.
So, where to begin? I can do quite a long spiel about this, but we probably haven't got time. But basically, this is a song called it's a version of a song called "The Seeds of Love," or "Let No Man Steal Your Time," "The Sprig of Time." These are all various titles for this song. Roud number 3, if you're that way inclined, to do with the Roud Index. I most certainly am, and I'm not going to bore the pants off you by talking about the Roud Index this evening.
So if you'd like to hear more about the Roud Index, Matt does have a podcast on it.
Yes, and I forgot to put the flyers out for it. Oh, no, never mind. A podcast called In the Roud, a folk song podcast. I'm going through the Roud Index in numerical order. The index is just a way that the guy called Steve Roud created in order to index all the folk songs, so that by using numbers, you can find all the variants of a folk song because you know the number, or you can look up the number, basically. So this one, "The Seeds of Love," any version of "The Seeds of Love," "Sprig of Time," "Let No Man Steal Your Time," it's all Roud number 3. So as one way, if you see on a lot of people's sleeve notes on albums, on CDs, it might give you the Roud number, and it means that if you feel like it, you've got an easy way of finding other versions of this song by searching the Roud Index for number 3. It's just, it's that sort of thing. The podcast, I'm going through it numerically from 1 onwards. The index currently stands at about 47,000. He's been doing it for 55 years, Mr. Our Lord and Saviour, Steve Roud. That joke never goes down very well, actually. Maybe I'll stop doing that one. That's about 5 gigs in a row. Anyway. And yeah, 48,000 entries, 48,000 different songs, which equates to about 750,000 entries So that's variants of all the songs combined. This is a version of number 3.
I thought you said you weren't going to talk about it.
This is the short version. This is the very short version. This came from a recording of a 27-year-old woman called Jean Hopkins in the early 1950s. Briefly, in the 1950s and 60s, there was a big spurge of song collecting using sound recording equipment. And thank you, Lizzie. And they were mostly interested in the old singers because they knew the old songs. But a lot of, particularly in the sort of pre-1955, there was a lot of young people who knew those songs as well because they had singers in the family, so they learnt their family songs. And I find it quite irritating that the song collectors weren't interested in the young people. They only went for the old singers who knew the old songs. And while there were people in their 80s who knew these songs, Jean Hopkins was 27 and sang songs from her grandfather, including this one, which Seb's going to lead. That really was the short version of that. I could have done another 10 minutes on that. I can in the interval if you'd like, but in a corner somewhere.
Away from a microphone. Yeah. You lads and lasses. You lads and you lassies so gay. You are now just in your prime. I'll have you take heed, keep your garden so gay. And I vow you must lose no time. The gardener was standing just by. I asked him to choose for me. He chose me the violet, the lily and the pink, but I really did refuse them all 3. The violet I did not like, because it does fade away and die. The lily and the pink, well, I really overlooked, and I vowed I would tarry it till June. In June there's a red and rosy bud. Yes, a red and rosy bud, yes, for me. Well, oft times I have looked for that red rosy bud, but I gained it the green willow tree. The willow it will twist and will twine, just like my love changes her mind. Well, oft times I have wished myself back with my true love that has stole away this fond heart of mine. And I will be as true to the girl that I love as the stars they are true unto the sky. Thank you very much.
Seb Stone.
Thanks.
Yes, Unto the Sky is the name of the album. CDs are over there and online, as we already said. And it's taken a little while longer to come to fruition than we'd like. But at some point in the next month or 7, there will be copies on vinyl as well.
Ooh.
Very excited about that, which you can order on the Bandcamp. And
They should be out by Christmas if you need any stocking fillers, if you've got particularly big stockings.
big
Huge
stockings.
stockings, yeah.
Them square stockings.
Square stockings, yes. We'll carry on with this song now. This is one that I got from a broadside, so sort of a cheaply printed thing from the 19th century. It was written shortly after the Peterloo Massacre in 1819, and I was looking through a collection of these for trying to find something that expressed my anger when the Conservatives were putting through their police and crime bill through Parliament a couple of years ago. Obviously, nothing has changed since then, and our right to protest is still under threat. And shockingly, this is still so relevant 200 years after it was written. I pinched the tune from a carol from Derbyshire, is where I'm from. And it goes like this. Yeah, this is Peterloo, and definitely our angriest song.
See where freedom's noblest champion stands, and shout, illustrious patriot band. Hear grateful millions their generous tribute bring, and shouts for freedom,
And shouts for freedom,
And shouts for
Make the welkin ring,
while fell corruption and her hellish crew, the blood-stained trophies gained at Peterloo. Soon shall fair freedom's sons their rights regain. Soon shall all Europe join the hallowed strain of liberty and freedom, equal rights and laws.
heaven's choicest blessing.
Heaven's choicest blessing,
Heaven's
crown
choicest
this
Crown this glorious cause, while meanly tyrants crawling minions do tremble at their feats performed on Peterloo. Britons, be firm, assert your rights, be bold. Perish like heroes, not like slaves, be sold. Firmly unite, bid millions be free. Will to your children,
Will to your children
Will to your
glorious liberty, while cowards, despots long may keep in view, and silent contemplate the deeds on Peterloo.
Thank you very much.
Fab. So I think we're going to do we're going to do one that you might all know. It's a very, very well-versed folk song that gets sung here, there, and just about everywhere, I think, really. And it's one that the lovely Seb is going to lead us in. You are, yeah.
Yeah, you are lovely, yeah.
All right. Yeah, we got this from the water, since it needs very little introduction. Do join in. If you're in the room, do join in. And if you're online,
Join in
internet
too.
land, join in too, yeah.
Also, as a caveat, if you see either Matt or I doing some funny knee movements, there is a reason. During the course of the last...
had a big dinner, that's what it is.
During the course of this year, we've used this song as our sort of workshop song at a couple of festivals where we've offered harmony workshops. And there's a bit in the third line where Matt's and my harmony sort of goes ba 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 ba. And because when you're sort of teaching to other people, you tend to do things quite visually. And unfortunately, it's very much ingrained in the line of the song now. So if you see us slip up, that's why.
Let's do it in A.
In A? All right.
'Tis true, my love's enlisted, and he wears the white cockade. He is a handsome young lad, likewise a roving blade. He is a handsome young lad, just right to serve a king. Oh my very,
Oh my very,
oh my very,
oh my
very heart is brave. sing as I wandered o'er yon moss. I had no thought of listing till a soldier did me cross. He kindly did invite me to take a flowing bowl. He advanced,
He advanced,
he advanced me the money, 2 guineas and the crown. My love is tall and handsome and comely for to see, but by a sad misfortune a soldier now is he. May the man that first enlisted him not prosper night and day. How I wish that,
how I wish that,
how I wish that,
how I wish
that he may perish all in the foaming spray. And may he never prosper, and may he never thrive, on that he puts his hands to as long as he's alive. May the very ground he treads upon, the grass refuse to bloom, since he has been mine,
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 only cause of my sorrow, grief and gloom. She's then pulled out a handkerchief to wipe her flowing tears. Wipe up them mournful tears, likewise them mournful sighs. And be you of good courage till I return again. You and I love,
you and I love,
you and I love,
you and I love,
will be married when I return again. Thank you very much. Yeah.
So we've got time for one more in this half, and if you would like to join in, it's another chorusy one, and you've been in fine voice so far. And the people in internet land, if you'd like to join in as well, that would be lovely. But this is one that if you've ever seen me live as a solo act, you might have heard me do before. I've been doing it for a goodly long while, and it's really great fun to sing, and it's rollicking, and it's a good capstan song and everything. But it sort of demands other people, really. And we were doing this at a festival last year. We were up at Saltburn Festival, was it? Yeah. And we were in a session, and we were each doing our songs, and I sang this, and then in the chorus, the chaps put this most amazing chromatic harmonies on this, unexpected and wonderful. And I thought, yeah, we ought to be doing that in the set. So since then, we've been doing it, and we'd love to do it for you this evening. It's also on the album. We had the chance in the studio to sort of beef it up with lots of other voices. I mean, it was just our voices again, but we got to pretend to be someone else. But yeah, this is Rolling Down to Old Maui, and I hope you enjoy it.
CDs available in the interval.
Yeah. It's a damn tough life full of toil and strife we will men undergo, and we won't give a damn when the day is done how hard the winds did blow. For we're homeward bound from the Arctic ground on the good ship taut and free. And we won't give a damn when we drink our rum with the girls of old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, my boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. Once more we sail with a northerly gale towards our island home. Our mainmast sprung, our whaling done, and we ain't got far to roam. Our stanza bloom is before that sound. A living gale is after us. Thank God we're homeward bound. Rolling down to Old Maui, my boys, rolling down to Old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic around, rolling down to Old Maui. Once more we sail with a northerly gale through the ice, the wind and the rain. Them coconut fronds from the tropical lands we soon shall see again. For it's 12 hellish months we've sailed the main on the great Kamchatka Sea. Oh, but now we're bound from the Arctic around, rolling down to Old Maui. Rolling down to Old Maui, my boys, rolling down to Old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic around, rolling down to Old Maui. How soft the breeze through the island trees, now the ice is far astern. Them native maids from the tropical glades is awaiting our return. Only now their big brown eyes look out, hoping some fine day to see our baggy sails running for the gales, rolling down to Old Maui. Rolling down to Old Maui, my boys, rolling down to Old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic around, rolling down to Old Maui. Rolling down to Old Maui, my boys, rolling down to Old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic around, rolling down to Old Maui. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thanks. Hi, everyone in the internet land.
Before you go, would you mind selecting a winner? Ooh.
Dig, dig, dig.
For the raffle. This is for the CD.
Seb and I can select 2 losers.
Oliver Jeffrey.
Oliver Jeffrey. Congratulations. Your CD will be waiting. Oh, excellent, Karma. Your CD will be at the door on your way out. Well done, Ollie. And then for the
Matt,
bog roll, Matt,
Do you want
Are we
to do
going
the
through?
bog roll?
just there's only one
You're on
more,
bog
so
roll. I'm on bog roll
Seb's
duty,
left
please.
out.
Ian Petrie.
Ian Petrie, your wonderful roll of toilet paper will be waiting for you on the door on your way out. So let's just say a massive thank you to Culverake, to Seb Stone, to Matt Quinn, to Lizzie Hardingham. Massive, wonderful, big round of applause.
Thank you.
And we'll say goodbye to everyone on internet land in just a few moments.
Bye bye
But
everybody. Bye
Culverake,
bye.
if you want to leave the stage, you can quickly rush off. While I'm not saying that Morag is controlling, but this is the script for tonight. She might be watching, although it is 3:30 in the morning, but I wouldn't put it past her. But I need to say some thank yous for everyone else. She's watching. Everyone say hello to Morag. Hello, Morag. What a night owl. What dedication. I'll stop being so rude now. She'll never ask me back. Okay, so we need to say some thank yous. So on the door, thank you to Jane. This stapling so awkward. Doing something, Roger. Thank you very much, Roger. Cameras, photos, and lighting came from Chi. Social media from Japan, Lizzie. Thank you very much. On the sound is John. He's done a great job. And in her penny at the bar and running the chat on internet land, Una. Thank you very much. Okay, well, thank you so much, everyone, for supporting live music, donating, and or just having a nice little chat online. Coming up on October the 30th, there is Mickey and Michelle, a New Zealand duo touring with harp and fiddle. I believe their instruments, not another duo. November the 6th, Rob Johnson. November the 13th, Emily Portman. November 20th, Painted Sky. And then there's a couple of other ones which are handwritten on the side. Helen Gentle and Lewis Wood of Granny's Attic will be performing at the Shire's Oast in Paddock Wood, Tunbridge on November the 1st. And this one's my plug. Also on November the 1st, a little bit closer, in Whitstable at the Umbrella Community Centre there's going to be a ceilidh raising money for Whitstable Jack in the Green, which I'm part of organising. And that's with the Climax Ceilidh Band, called by Kerry Fletcher and me. So there you go. So thanks again to Culverake. They're all fantastic. Thanks, audience. Thanks, Rosslyn Court. And thanks very much. Massive round of applause again for Ollie. That was a fantastic opening set. I'm Jim Gaunt, and we'll see you for Mickey and Michelle next week. Thanks, Internet. We love you. Bye. Okay. For everyone in the room.